Hey guys, it's Peanut Piggies, and I wanted to show you guys a quick and easy way to make your own guinea pig like disposable bedding for litter boxes. Now, many of you probably know that my guinea pigs aren't litter trained. However, I do like to use disposable bedding in litter trays underneath some of their hay. So currently I use it for Snoopy and Franklin. Peanut doesn't seem to poop or pee a lot when he's eating hay, so I just keep the regular liner underneath him. But for Snoopy especially, he seems to like to go a lot while he's eating hay. And Franklin, I just found that he likes to go pee a lot in certain corners, so that's where I put his litter box with hay. And I just think that it helps keep the fleece to stay better for longer. And it works out really great because this is essentially free because I get a newspaper weekly for free and it does last me the week. And I also get it from neighbors who are very nice and they allow me to use the newspapers once they're done reading it. So I'm just going to quickly show you how I make my bedding for my guinea pigs. So I use this paper shredder. It's a really, really nice one. I don't know where my dad got it from, and also he doesn't use it barely anymore. So it's a really nice one. I don't know what these different things are, but I just put it to here and I turn it on. So it's going to be a bit noisy here, so not yet though. So it's plugged in, turn it on, and if you switch this over, you just feed your paper in it. So I'm going to set up a tripod so I can show you guys because I definitely cannot do this with one hand. Okay, so I have some of the smaller newspapers here. I find that there are some big pages and there are also some smaller ones, and these are the ones that tend to fit really well into the shredder. So if the pages are too big, mine is heavy duty enough that you can fold like a side partly over, and even with the thicker paper it'll go through. So I'm putting in a couple layers at once here. I'm not sure if all paper shredders are like this. I don't know much about paper shredders, but for now, this is what I do. So you put it on. This one automatically stops when it doesn't feel anything, but once it feels the paper, it just puts it in by itself. So I don't like to leave it running if my paper's not ready. As you can see, this one's too long for it, so all I do is fold it on one end and it'll fit perfect in there. And you would be surprised how much just a couple sheets of it makes, so make sure to check. I'm going to check after this one. Okay, so let's check. Make sure you turn it off. I'll quickly show you the blades. Don't play around with these things. But those are the blades for it. A little scary. So as you guys saw, I didn't put in that much paper, but we already have a good amount in here. So you'd only need to shred about half of the paper. And then what I do is I have my litter box here. As you can see at the moment for Snoopy, this is his. I'm using a Lululemon box because I found it has a bit of a plasticky, not plasticky, but more of like a waterproof lining. It's not just straight cardboard, so I find it works good for a litter box. You can always just use shoe boxes and dispose of them every couple of days, but I find that this works good as well. So I'm using this, and then what I do is I line it with newspapers and then I put in the shredding. So I will show you guys that. I do like to layer it a bit heavier on the side that I know his butt's going to be. So usually I would put hay on one side and then he's going to be facing it, so I know that he's going to pee and poop the most on this area. So the next thing I do is put the shreddings in. So, like I said before, I put most of the newspaper on the side that I know he's going to go to the washroom the most. And then I also put a little bit just under the hay. When it gets poopy in the cage and it gets really wet, because this stuff isn't like fleece where it gets dry after they go, it just stays on top. Once it gets all wet, usually in the mornings if I see it's kind of gross in there, but there's not enough poops for a full clean, I put a couple of the shreddings on top and sprinkle it just so he has a nice fresh layer for the day. And then when needed, I wrap this whole thing up and put it in the yard waste. Back to the paper shredder. So for the week, I usually, once I get the papers, I like to set it up and just get all the hard work done before the week starts. So during the week, it's really easy and I can just plop in the bedding and the newspapers. So I do pre-shred all the paper and I put it in this clear plastic bin you see here. And I'm just going to show you guys how I do that. Obviously, it's not too hard, but I just thought it'd be fun to watch. Hi guys, so I'm back in the guinea pig room and I wanted to quickly show you all of the guinea pig's hay setups at the moment. So obviously, as you can see, Franklin has a litter box, which he's not sitting in, but it keeps the hay pretty well contained. Just has a bit of a mess down there for some reason. It's okay, buddy. So I keep that really full for him all the time. Usually this is the corner that he goes to the washroom in. Oh, another thing is that I am finally getting a new light bulb in there. My dad's going to change it out soon, so we'll have better lighting in the guinea pig room, which will be nice. Peanut's lounging right now. He loves that giant cuddle cup. So right now Peanut just has regular pads all throughout his upstairs, and as you can see, he does not go, well, he was laying here. He goes a little bit of poop here, as you can see. Nothing close to the other guinea pigs though. Also, if you're thinking that he actually does a lot, some of this brown is actually part of the microfiber mat. It's like a paw design, so. Here's Snoopy. So usually his litter box goes right here, and since I was filming the video, obviously he didn't have it in, so he just has his pile of hay. And this is all the poops that he does outside of his litter box. So I did spot clean them sort of in the afternoon today, and then again, I'm going to do it again. I'm going to spot clean them again soon. They have some leftover veggies. Snoopy loves his upstairs. So, anyways. So, all I do is get some of the hay. He already has some in his cage, so doesn't need too much. You just plop it on the side that doesn't have as much bedding. And then bring this over to his cage. He's going to get a bit freaked out, I can tell, if I start putting stuff up here. I hope he can squeeze through there. I mean, he did get up, so I guess he can get down. Actually, I'm going to check into you guys after, because it's really hard to do with one hand. So I put the litter box in. As you can see, I put this stool on top of it. I try to keep the hay to the right side, so this is all open space for him to turn around while he's in there. Because it is a bit of a tight fit. He's a really big guinea pig. Oh, here he comes. So as you can see, he has no trouble getting in and eating his hay. And Franklin's in his too. Peanut, you always tip over your bowl. So there's Frankie. Hi, Frank. Anyways, that pretty much concludes the video. There's not much else I can tell you about litter training other than that, for me, actual litter training does not work with my guinea pigs. They just go wherever they want. So, as you can see, Peanut's got poop everywhere. But I do just use it, not that they're trying on purpose to go in those areas, but just because they're eating hay and spending a lot of time in there eating hay, they just tend to poop a lot in there. So I find it easier, and it helps save my fleece. Alright guys, I'll see you guys next time. Bye!